Akannamandalakaram Vyaptayana Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Ajnanati Miram Dasya Jana Jana Shalatvaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Stavaram Jangamam Vyaktam Yakichit Sacharacharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Bhavaji Vyapiyat Sarvam Trilokyam Sacharacharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sarvashruti Shiroratna Virajita Padam Bujaham Vedantam Buja Suryoya Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Chaitanya Shashvata Shanto Vyomatito Niranjanaham Bindunada Kalatita Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Jnana Shakti Samaruda Tattvamala Vibhushitaha Bhukti Mukti Pradatacha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Aneka Janma Sampratta Karma Bandha Vidahine Atma Jnana Pradhanena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shoshanam Bhava Sindhuscha Yapanam Sara Sampadaham Guru Padodakam Samya Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Na Guru Radhikam Tattvam Na Guru Radhikam Tapaha Tattva Jnanat Param Nasti Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Manata Shri Jagannatha Madguru Shri Jagadguru Mamatma Sarva Bhutatma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Guru Radhiranadishya Guru Paramadevatam Guru Parataram Nasti Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Gurudev, 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 Darshana Darshan de do mere Gurudev Darshan de do mere Gurudev Darshan de do mere Gurudev 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 नहीं रहना आपसे गुरुदेव दूर नहीं रहना आपसे गुरुदेव हाँ दूर नहीं रहना आपसे गुरुदेव दूर नहीं रहना आपसे गुरुदेव हाँ काही पबी हो घर में आपकी कृपा है पर भी मुझे आपकी चरण सेवा की आशा है गुरुदेव 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 Gurudev, 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 Gurudev. Swami Vishwananda, mere Gurudev. Swami Vishwananda, mere Gurudev. Swami Vishwananda, mere Gurudev. Swami Vishwananda, mere Gurudev. Gurudev, 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 Gurudev. Gurudev, 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 Gurudev. Ah, Gurudev, 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 Gurudev. Gurudev, 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 Gurudev. सर पे जो हाथ अपने रखा है, सार पे जो हाथ अपने रखा है, वो सार पे जो हाथ अपने रखा है, सर पे जो हाथ अपने रखा है, भगव मार्ग पे अपने ही दिखाया है, प्रेम भाव और भक्ति भाव भी अब से ही सीखा। गुरुदेव, 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 गुरुदेव। हाँ, गुरुदेव, 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 गुरुदेव। स्वामी विश्वनाथ मेरे गुरुदेव। स्वामी विश्वनाथ मेरे गुरुदेव। हाँ, स्वामी विश्वनाथ मेरे गुरुदेव। स्वामी विश्वनाथ मेरे गुरुदेव। गुरुदेव, 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 गुरुदेव। हाँ, गुरुदेव, 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 गुरुदेव। दर्शन दे दो मेरे गुरुदेव, 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 गुरुदेव। ओम अवतार शिषाय नमः, ओम विश्वमाय नमः, ओम देवकसमुद्राय नमः, ओम सूक्ष्मतनवे नमः, ओम चिन्मयाय नमः, ओम गुरुमूर्तये नमः, ओम सुंदराय नमः, ओम सुलोचनाय नमः, ओम सुमुखाय नमः, ओम चरुहसाय नमः, ओम केशवाय नमः, ओम पद्मभुजाय नमः, ओम अन्नगमनाय नमः, ओम चर्मवरधरिणे नमः, ओम रामाय नमः, ओम मंदिरस्थापकाय नमः, ओम शिववर्षकाय नमः, ओम गायत्र्यध्वने नमः, ओम अर्पणस्वीकारकाय नमः, ओम विष्णुपूजकाय नमः, ओम नमो नारायणाय इति मंत्रपसकाय नमः, ओम स्वरमयाय नमः, ओम मधुरकांताय नमः, ओम कृष्ण संकीर्तन लोलुपाय नमः, ओम स्तोत्रप्रियाय नमः, ओम मितभाषिणे नमः, ओम वाग्मिने नमः, ओम चित्रकलाविशारदाय नमः, ओम व्रतधराय नमः, ओम सदवे नमः, ओम जगत्पन्थाय नमः, ओम सर्वलोकहिताय नमः, ओम भक्तप्रियाय नमः, ओम सुहृदाय नमः, ओम अनुकूलाय नमः, ओम नेयाय नमः, ओम सुदर्शनाय नमः, ओम भक्तवत्सलाय नमः, ओम प्रेममूर्तये नमः, ओम शुभेक्षणाय नमः, ओम प्रीतिवर्धनाय नमः, ओम स्वस्तिदायकाय नमः, ओम तारकाय नमः, ओम अनुग्रहाय नमः, ओम वर्धनाय नमः, ओम अर्चिताय नमः, ओम अर्थाय नमः, ओम सिद्धिप्रदाय नमः, ओम जनार्दनाय नमः, ओम मनोहराय नमः, ओम महाक्षाय नमः, ओम सिद्धेश्वराय नमः, ओम भस्मभूषिताय नमः, ओम आत्मलिंगाय नमः, ओम लिंगर्चन प्रोत्साहकाय नमः, ओम सिद्धिसदनाय नमः, ओम माधवाय नमः, ओम ओंकारोपासकाय नमः, Om Sukshmaya Namaha, Om Vishokaya Namaha, Om Satvikaya Namaha,
Om Samadarshine Namaha, Om Dakshaya Namaha, Om Achintyaya Namaha, Om Niramkaraya Namaha, Om Nirmohaya Namaha, Om Yagyagraya Namaha, Om Chitakrodhaya Namaha, Om Vinayashilaya Namaha, Om Svavashaya Namaha, Om Kushalaya Namaha, Om Kshamaya Namaha, Om Satyadharmaya Namaha, Om Nirvikalpaya Namaha, Om Viraktaya Namaha, Om Atindraya Namaha, Om Satyasandhaya Namaha, Om Pavitraya Namaha, Om Madhura Swabhavaya Namaha, Om Suranandaya Namaha, Om Nandanaya Namaha, Om Prasanatmane Namaha, Om Bhaktanidaye Namaha, Om Sakshaye Namaha, Om Samatmaye Namaha, Om Sadayogine Namaha, Om Haraye Namaha, Om Sutapaya Namaha, Om Samyaya Namaha,
Om Goyaya Namaha, Om Vimuktatmaya Namaha, Om Gambiraya Namaha, Om Guptaya Namaha, Om Atmaramaya Namaha, Om Srinivasaya Namaha, Om Devaya Namaha, Om Dutidaraya Namaha, Om Kanyaya Namaha, Om Gurave Namaha, Om Duratikramaya Namaha, Om Gahanaya Namaha, Om Bhagavate Namaha, Om Harisharana Margadarshakaya Namaha, Om Kutashta Jagartakaya Namaha, Om Abhiprayaya Namaha, Om Sarvamata Samatyaya Namaha, Om Kshamaykarta Bhava Vardhakaya Namaha, Om Premavatara Sri Vishwananda Swamine Namaha. Ato Deva Avantano Yato Vishnu Vichakrame Pradivya Saptadamabihi Idam Vishnu Vichakrame Tredan Yade Padam Samo Ramasya Pagum Sule Trini Pada Vichakrame Vishnu Gopa Adha Abhya Ato Dharmani Dharayane Vishnu Karmani Pashyatayato Virtani Pashpase Indrasya Yuja Sagaha Tat Vishnu Paramam Paragum Sada Pashyanti Suryaha Vivi Vachakshuratatam Tad Vipraso Vipanyavo Jagruagum Sesamindate Vishnu Yat Paramam Padam. Gurudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishwananda Prachodayat. Om Premavattaraya Vidmahi Satgurudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishwananda Prachodayat. Om Premavattaraya Vidmahi Satgurudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishwananda Prachodayat. Nirvignam kuru me deva sarvakaryeshu sarvada sarvakaryeshu sarvada. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam
Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yo Na Prachodayat.
Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Shri Krishna Vishnu Madhusudana Ketabare Narayana Achyuta Trivikrama Chakrapane Neta Visarjadhara Sridhara Vasudeva Gopala Krishna Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Rukmini Shabhavana Sahare Murare Radesha Gopisa Surupa Brahmani Vandya Sridhara Karshaya Vaikuntha Pate Bhuvaneka Murte Gopala Deva Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Meena Krute Kamata Rupa Varaha Murte Trivikramaya Guhane Bruhudama Rama Shri Rama Krishna Yadunandana Kalki Rupa Gopala Krishna Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Govinda Madhava Mukunda Parat Paresha Damodara Jadarananda Kadari Shori Gopa Gopi Jana Samvrita Dina Bando Gopi Jana Priya Hare Tava Suprabhatam Shri Ramji Sai Bhujagadi Patapa Sai Sadbhakta Rikshadana Sai Ramanga Sai Shri Gopa Bhama Mridutalpa Sukadi Sai Gopa Vallabha Hare Tava Suprabhatam Shri Kashyapatri Sukhanarada Gautamadi Brahmarshi Sangamani Sangava Bharateshu Vishwanti Deva Tava Darshana Bhagya Hetoho Gopala Shekhara Hare Tava Suprabhatam Mandara Jadi Tulasi Dala Malika Jahi Malyani Anjali Pute Samudaharanti Tishtanti Tatbhavata Dharatale Munindraha Radha Manohara Hare Tava Suprabhatam Vedatrayam Patati Gautama Kana Guyaham Gayanti Sadguna Gano Varadasa Vargaha Sankirtayanti Tava Namikada Visheshaha Shri Narada Dirshaya Tava Suprabhatam Govardhanodharana Gopa Kishora Gopa Gopi Janamrita Sureshabha Vipota Trilokya Mohana Sumangala Divya Deha Shri Rukmini Savarada Tava Suprabhatam Shri Vatsachina Sharanagata Parijata Bhattarti Vanjana Kripa Karadina Bando Dityanta Gayati Janapriya Divya Rupa Shri Nanda Gopatanaya Tava Suprabhatam Padmaksha Padma Mukha Padmadara Prameya Padmalaya Shahita Padma Nivasa Shori Padmo Bhavati Surasevita Pada Padma Padma Dinata Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Vrindatale Viharanaya Mahendra Vandya Kandar Padarpa Haradiya Sudesha Rupa Chandrananaya Siddha Chandana Lipna Deha Govinda Yadava Hare Tava Suprabhatam Shri Nanda Nandana Yashoda Kumara Nira Mayangadina Davichona Supushpahara Nilambudana Susarira Rama Vihara Gopala Deva Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Vasri Jambavati Satya Sugandhi Badra Shri Mitra Vinda Divasa Prabhu Putrika Jahi Tishtanti Divya Bhavame Tava Sevanardam Gopi Mana Priya Hare Tava Suprabhatam Shri Krishna Achyuta Ananta Mukunda Shori Radha Manohara Janardana Chakrapane Namani Divya Munayurna Nishambananti Kami Murta Samaye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Krishna Suprabhatam Ye Padanti Maharnisham Bodhikrutam Mahapapam Shri Krishna Graha Hetukam
Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Sintamani Prakarasam Ashokalpa Vriksha Laksha Vriteshu Surabhira Bipalayantam Lakshmi Sahasra Satasam Brahma Sevyamanam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Venum Kvanantamaravinda Dalaya Taksham Bhakavatam Shamasitam Buddha Sundarangam Kandarpakoti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Halola Chandra Kalasadvanamanya Vamsi Ratnam Gadam Pranayakeli Kala Vilasham Shyamam Tribangalalitam Niyata Prakasham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Angani Yasya Sakalendriya Vitimanti Pashyanti Panti Kalayanti Chiram Jaganti Ananda Chinmaya Satujvala Vigrahasya Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Advaitamachyutamanadi Manantarupam Adyam Purana Purusham Navayovanam Cha Vedeshu Durlabam Adurlamam Atma Bhakto Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Bhaktastu Koti Shatasatsara Sampragamyo Vayoratapi Manaso Muni Pungavanam Sopyasti Yat Prapadachimya Vichintya Tatve Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ekopya Sora Chayaton Jaganta Kotim Yashasti Rasti Jaganta Chayayantaha Andatarasta Paramanu Chayantarastam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yad Bhava Bhavita Diyo Manujastateva Samprapya Rupa Mahima Sanayana Bhusha Shukdeyameva Nigama Pratitestuvanti Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavitabhis Kabira Eva Nijarupataya Kalabhi Goloka Eva Nivasata Kilatma Bhuto Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Premanjana Shurita Bhakti Vilochanena Sattasa Deva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti Yasyama Sundarama Chintya Gunasvarupa Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ramardi Murdi Sukalani Amena Tishtan Nana Avatara Makarud Bhuvaneshu Kintu Krishna Swayam Samabhavat Paramam Pumayo Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yasya Prabha Prabhavato Jagatanda Koti Koti Shashesha Vasudhadi Vibhuti Vinam Tat Brahmanishkalam Anantam Ashesha Bhutam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Maya hi asti jaganta satani sute Traigunya tat vishaya veda vitayamana Sattva valambi para sattva vishuddha sattvam Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami
Ananda chinmaya rasatmataya manasu Yat praninam patipalam smaratam upetya Leelayitena bhuvalani jajasya darshan Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami
Golokanam nidijadam nitale shatasya Devi mahesha dhaninam asuteshu teshu Tete prabhava nichaya vihita shayena Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami
Shri Shri pralaya sandana shakireka Jaye vayasya bhuvanani viparti durga Ichhanurupam abhiyasya jatesha tesa Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami
Shiram yata dadi vikara vishesha yogat Sanjayate nahi tata pratyasti eto Yatsam bhutam apitatan samupeti karyad Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami
Vipachireva kidatashtarama vyupetya
Dipayate virvitayetu samana dharma Yastadreva isha vishnutaya vibhati Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Yakarana vajane bhati smayoga Nidram ananta jaganta saroma kupaha Adara shakti mavalambya param samurtim Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Yasre kanishvasita kala mata valambya Jivanti loma bilaja jagantanataha Vishnur mahansaya yasya kala vishesho
Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami
Govindamadi purusham
tamaham bhajami
Basvam yatasma sakale sunitesha tesha Sviyam kiya prakatayata pitatvatra Brahmaya esha jaganta vidana karta Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami
Yatpada pallava yugam
Vinidaya kumbha Dvandve pranama samaye saganadirajaha Vignam vihantu malayasya jagatrayasya Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Nirmahi gagana ambu marudisasha Kalastatatma manasiti jagatrayani Yasmat bhavanti vibhavanti vishanti amcha Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami
Yachakshureshva savita sakalarahana
Rajasamasa suramurti rashesha teshaha Yasagnaya brahmati sambrita kala chakro Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Dharmo tapapa nishayasrutayas tapamsi Ramati kita pataga vadaya shajivaha Yadatta matra vibhava prakata prabhava Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami
Yastindra gopa
Vasavendra mahosma karma Bandha nurupa palabhajana matanoti Karmani nirshati kintu shabati bhajam Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Yam krodha kama sagraja pranayadi viti Vatsalya moha guru gaurava sevya bhavahe Sanchititasi sadrishintanura purete Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachitananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajan Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajan.
We chant Sri Bhu and Nila Shuktam in page 57.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Hiranyavarnam Harinim Suvarnarajatasrajam Chandram Hiranmayim Lakshmim Jatavedo Ma'avaham Tam Ma'avaha Jatavedo Lakshmim Manapagaminim Yasyam Hiranyam Bindeyam Gamashvam Purushanaham Ashvapurvam Ratamadyam Hastinada Pravodhinim Shriyam Devi Mupavvaye Shirma Devi Chusatam Kamsoho Smitam Hiranya Prakaram Hadram Jwalantim Triptam Tarpayantim Padme Stitam Padmavarnam Tamiyopavvaye Shriyam Chandram Prabhasam Yasaja Jwalantim Shriyam Loke Devashustam Udaram Tam Padminimim Sharanamaham Prapadye Alakshmi Menashyatam Tvamrine Aditya Varne Tapaso Dijato Vanaspatistava Vrikshota Bilvaham Kasya Palani Tapasanudantu Mayantarayaschavaya Alakshmi Upaitumam Devasaka Kirtischa Manina Saha Pradurbutos Mirastresmin Kirtim Vidim Dadatu Me Shutpipasam Manam Jestam Alakshmi Nasayamyaham Abhutim Asamridim Cha Sarvam Nirnudame Gruhate Gandadvaram Duradarsham Nityapushtam Karishinihim Ishvarigum Sarvabhutanam Tamiyopavayeshyam Manasa Kamamakutim Vacha Satyamasimai Pashunam Rupamanasya Mahishi Shayatam Yasaha Kardamena Prajabhuta Maisambhava Kardama Shriyam Vasayame Kule Mataram Padmamalinim Apasrijantu Shringandi Chiklitavasame Grihe Nicha Devi Mataram Shriyam Vasayame Kule Ardram Pushkarinim Pushtim Suvarnam Hemamalinim Suryam Hiranmayim Lakshmim Jatavedo Ma'avaham Ardram Yakkarinim Yashtim Pingalam Padmamalinim Chandram Hiranmayim Lakshmim Jatavedo Ma'avaham Tam Ma'avaha Jatavedo Lakshmim Manapagaminim Yasyam Hiranyam Prabhutam Gavo Dasyo Swaham Vindeyam Purushanaham Yasuchi Prayato Bhutva Juhujadarjamanvaham Suktam Panchadashacham Cha Shrikama Satatam Japet Padma Priye Padmini Padmahaste Padmadalaya Takshi Vishvapriye Vishnu Manonukule Tvatpada Padmam Mai Sannidastvam Mahadevi Cha Vidmaye Vishnu Padni Cha Dhimai Tanno Lakshmi Prachodayate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Bhumi Bhugna Dyor Varinantariksham Mahitva Upastete Devyadite Gnimana Dhyayadade Ayango Prishnirakrami Dashanam Mataram Punaha Pitarancha Prayan Suvaha Trigum Sadam Avirajati Vakpatangaya Shishraye Pratyasya Vahadyuvihi Asya Pranadapanatyantastarati Rochana Vyakyan Mahishashuvaha Yadvaha Kruda Parovapamanyuna Yadavartya Sukalpamagni Tattvavapunasvodipayamasi Yate Manyuparopapsya Pritivim Manudadvase Aditya Vishvetadeva Vashavascha Savamvarane Mano Jyoti Rujatam Agnyam Vichinam Yagnyagum Samimam Dadatu Brihaspati Stanutam Imam No Vishve Deva Ihamadayantam Medini Devi Vasundara Syad Vasuda Devi Vasavi Brahma Varchasa Pitrinagum Stotram Chakshur Manaha Devi Hiranyagarbhini Devi Prasuvari Sadane Satyayane Siddham Samudravati Savitri Hano Devi Mayangi Mahodarani Mahovyatishtam Shringe Shringe Yakne Yakne Vivishani Indrapanni Vyapini Shurasharidiham Vayumati Jalajayani Shriyam Daraja Satyando Parimedini So Paridatam Parigaya Vishnupanni Mahim Devim Madhavim Madhava Priyam Lakshmim Priyasakim Devim Namam Yachyutavallavam Tanudharaya Vidmaye Sarvasiddhecha Dhimai Tanudhara Prachodayate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Nilam Devi Gum Sharanamaham Prapadye Granahi Gritavati Savitaradipatye Payasvati Rantirashano Astu Dhruva Disham Vishnu Panyagora Seshana Sahasoyam Manotaham Brihaspatis Matarishvota Vayu Sanduvana Vata Avino Grunantu Vistamvo Divo Daruna Prithivya Aseshana Jagato Vishnupanni Mahadevi Cha Vidmaye Vishnupanni Cha Dhimai Tanno Nila Prachodayate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.
Om Ajnanaatimirandasya Jnananchalashalakaya Chakshurunmelitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai Gurudev, good morning. So today we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 11, Chapter 3, Verse 29. Evam Krishnatmanateshu manuseshu chasodhadram Paricharyam chobhayatra mahatsu niresadusu, which says, one who desires his ultimate self-interest should cultivate friendship with those who have accepted Krishna as the Lord of their life. One should further develop an attitude of service towards all living beings. One should especially try to help those in the human form of life, and among them especially those who live by spiritual principles and behaviors. Among religious persons, one should especially render service to the pure devotee of the Supreme Lord. So this verse is really nice, and for me screams many different topics. And it somehow also describes the journey that everybody kind of goes through. I'm sure all of us been going through this process or part of this process. And for me, one of the important things in this verse that shows the importance of developing focus and having the right focus. And it also mentions the topics of friendship and how through having the right perspective and cultivating gratitude and practicing gratitude, humility wakes. And only by having humility, we are able to serve the Sadguru or the pure devotees. And this chapter, I've spoken about it many times already. It's about the conversation from Maharaj Nimi, who describes in essence the nature of Maya and how to become free. And Maharaj Nimi is considered one of the first king of the Videha kingdom, which is the ancestor of King Janaka and the lineage of Mithila. And so again, this verse ultimately brings across the importance of having a guru, having a spiritual master, and being under the shelter of the spiritual master. And in this verse, it basically lists different opportunities, different stages of one's spiritual journey. And as it progresses, it becomes more and more rare. So it's extremely rare to have a spiritual master, to have a guru, to have a Sadguru. So as you go through those stages, the opportunities become more rare and more important to take those opportunities once we have them, like us in our lifetime. So just to go through the verse step by step. So as Guruji also mentioned many, many times, in the beginning, it's about being a better human being, especially in the beginning. If you're not spiritual, if you're not on this journey, if you're not religious, at the minimum of our human existence, it's about being a better human being, to be the best human being we can be. And Guruji has stretched this point many times for anybody. And the next thing that it points out in the verse, it's to serve especially those or connect with those that are of spiritual kind of purpose, spiritual meaning in their life. Then it says one should serve all living beings. And we have the topic of ahimsa, of non-violence. And in this world where everything is consumed by ego, by I want this, I want that, I want more, only by me having everything I'll be happy, it's even more important that we even more empower this culture of service, which I think is very much lost, but it becomes more and more slowly. And I think this is a very important point, that first we have to become a good human being. We have to start forgetting about ourselves. Now it becomes more, on social media it becomes more trendy, let's say, to serve, to give charity, and also what it actually means that so many people achieve so many things, but they're not ultimately happy. They're not gaining any happiness. Doesn't matter how much money you have, how much success you have. Everybody who has success and money, they realize they're not happy. And why are they not happy? Because there's something missing in their life that they cannot fulfill with these material things. The first thing actually that it mentions in the verse, but which is very important, is cultivating friendship. Cultivating friendship on many levels, on the spiritual journey, the friendship, any friendships or relationships that we have change from material to spiritual. What that means is, if you have material friends, we might gift someone gifts to give our valuation, our appreciation of someone. On the spiritual path, developing friendship is always guided towards the highest goal, to serving, to having the Sadguru, to serving the Sadguru. So the friendship is not based on material desires, but it's based in our relationship with the divine. And the next point that it gives also in this verse that it highlights a lot is to cultivate being around fellow devotees, like-minded devotees, to serve those that serve the Lord. And for me, this point is also very important, because if you realize that our time here is limited, we have this opportunity to be with the Master, to have our Sadguru. But our time here is limited, and to waste this time is unfortunate. So we should not waste this time. We should spend our time with the devotees, strengthening our path. And the next point that it mentions in the verse is to surround yourself with those who have spiritual values, to have spiritual principles. Again, like in the Sanghas. It doesn't matter how many problems we have with each another in the Sanghas. It doesn't matter how many good times we have. All of it is designed to build the relationship and the focus on the Lord, on the divine. And to practice those values that Guruji teaches. And the last point and the last sentence in that verse, it says, above all, one should render service to the pure devotees, which in our case, obviously, is Guruji. And he is ultimately also the best example for any of these stages in the spiritual journey. And it's like I said already before, like it says in the verse, as you go through these stages, they become more and more rare. So to have the Sadguru is extremely rare, and we should not waste this opportunity. So I want to go a little bit more into some of the themes that are being presented in this verse. And for me, one of the most important things that it highlights in this, what Maharaj Nimi is talking about in this whole chapter, but also in this verse, it's the importance of focus. If you want to become or be above Maya, or accept Maya and go through this process, we have to have the quality of focus. And that's one of the most important attitudes on the spiritual path, or the most important tools that we can have. And through all of these stages, like building the relationship, we have to apply this principle of focus and to have discipline. Again, living in an ashram or being in the sanghas in the countries is the most important and practical tool that we can have on a spiritual path. If Guruji is not in every country all the time, and we don't have his presence all the time, so the devotees are the best that we can have to Guruji, because Guruji lives in everybody, and he lives more present, or is more visibly present in the devotees. And same as we have problems in the sanghas in our daily lives, if we're around Guruji, it's not always beautiful, shiny, happy, laughing, friendship. Guruji also challenges us all the time. So it's the same when you're in the sanghas. If you're being challenged, you can see it as Guruji challenging you, because it's the same way. Guruji might be sometimes even more direct, but it's in principle it's the same thing. And we need to focus not on the problems, but on being in relationship with the divine, on uplifting us by any of these challenges, by learning to deal with emotions, anger, happiness, and ultimately focusing on the goal and all the tools that Guruji has given us to develop the focus, like doing japam. Guruji is doing japam all the time. We see him doing japam all the time, to chant, to sing the glories, to speak about the saints. And he is the only person who doesn't need to do any of these things. But he does them, because if he doesn't do them, none of us will do it. And one of the other topics connected to this is when I spoke to Swami Revati recently, was one of the topics of not idealizing the people. So often we see this person is a great speaker, this person is so good in doing their careers, this person is so disciplined in doing this and that. But it's not about idealizing those persons, because as soon as this person does something opposed to what they're good at, we judge them and we see them as a bad example, and everything switches around. So we don't idealize the people itself, but we should look at their qualities. Many people have exploited their qualities and engaged into different qualities in different stages, where somebody might be really disciplined, somebody might be really good in singing, somebody might be really good in this and that, and we can take examples. from all of these, and we can implement them into our lives. So instead of looking at the negative things that somebody might be doing, look at the positive and see how you can benefit from that and put it into your practice. And having the right focus and practicing on a daily basis to have the right focus is what ultimately brings this change of mindset. And that's what Guruji says. We need to change our mind, we need to change our focus to have the right focus. And to have all of these practices ultimately brings that, the change of mindset. And the change of perspective and awareness and perhaps humility and gratitude will come from all of these practices. And we also always speak about changing the world. Guruji says this so many times. We speak about changing the world, changing everybody around us. But we always then realize we cannot change anybody. The only person that we can change is ourselves. And in this verse, it's so nicely highlighted that when we serve, when we explore these tools that Guruji has given us and we put them into our lives, that's the only way we can change the world and change others, by changing ourselves and our mindset first. And Krishna speaks about this many times in the Gita also. And one of the things that he says in chapter 3, verse 22 and 23 is that there is nothing in all the three worlds which needs to be done, nor is there anything for me to gain. But despite this, I continue to engage in action. For if I do not continuously engage myself in action, the world would follow my example. So this is what I said before. If Guruji is one of the person who doesn't need to do any of these things, but if he wouldn't be leading by example, nobody would be following his example. So it's like what I mentioned also is that we should see the good and see what we can benefit from in everyone around us. And this is how we can improve ourselves and implement these things in our life. And Guruji has given us everything that we need. Yesterday, there was a satsang published on his YouTube channel where he said we need to focus on guarding our senses. We need to focus on always being aware of what we take in, what we consume. If it's watching something, if it's listening, if it's touching, if it's hearing, anything that comes into our senses, we need to guide them towards our ultimate goal, which is the divine. And having this as a daily practice, it's not just making a one-time decision, but every day this needs to be applied. So observing what comes through these senses, first it can be a daily practice, but then it needs to become a momental practice where you, every time of your day, every second of your day becomes a practice, an ultimate practice, to filter anything that comes in and guide it towards the divine. Like, for example, if you have free time, if you don't have seva, if you finish your job, what is it that you spend your time with? Do you decide to watch a movie? Do you decide to leisure, to do nothing? Or do you decide to do something that uplifts you on the spiritual path? Do you do your japam? Do you study? Do you sing? Do you practice something that benefits yourself and others to become better and to move forward on the path? If it's in daily situations, in your meetings, in emotional situations where somebody might offend you, how do you react? This has to become an immediate filter. What is your ultimate goal? Do you need to react? Do you need to feel offended? Or do you need to be observant of your reaction in this moment? And this is what this says in the verse, to keep the focus and to have this motivation always on the goal. Everybody who has become successful in life, if it's material, if it's spiritual, all of these people had this straight and single-pointed focus on what is their aim, what do they want to achieve. And it's not about a short-term desire or a short-term wish, but it's about the long-term. It's about having this motivation on a long-term to keep going. Often we cannot see the changes that we apply in our life on a daily basis, but once you look backwards 10 years, 20 years, you can see the difference that Guruji has made in your life by bringing all of these principles, like the Bhagavad Gita provides in your life. So I wish for everyone that we can implement these things in our life and remind ourselves every day what Guruji has given us and how precious is what he has given. Jai Gurudev.
Shri Narasimha, Jai Narasimha, Jai Jai Narasimha Dev, Praladesha Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma Bringa. Shri Narasimha, Jai Narasimha, Jaya Jai Narasimha Dev, Praladesha Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma Bringa. Namaste Narasimhaya,
Namaste Narasimhaya,
Namaste Narasimhaya,
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Pralada Lada Laine,
Pralada Lada Daine,
Pralada Lada Daine,
Pralada Lada Daine,
Hiranyakashipu Vakshaha, Hiranyakashipu Vakshaha,
Hiranyakashipu Vakshaha,
Shilatankana Kalaye,
Shilatankana Kalaye,
Oh Shilatankana Kalaye,
Shilatankana Kalaye,
Ito Nasimho Parato Nasimho,
Ito Narasimho Parato Narasimho,
Ito Nasimho Parato Nasimho,
Ito Narasimho Parato Narasimho,
Yato Yato Yami Tato Nasimho,
Yato Yato Yami Tato Narasimho,
Yato Yato Yami Tato Nasimho,
Yato Yato Yami Tato Narasimho,
Bahi Nasimho Hridaye Nasimho,
Narasimho Hridaye Narasimho,
Bahi Nasimho Hridaye Nasimho,
Narasimho Hridaye Narasimho,
Narasimha Madhim Sharanam Prapade,
Narasimha Madhim Sharanam Prapade,
Oh Narasimha Madhim Sharanam Prapade,
Narasimha Madhim Sharanam Prapade,
Avakara Kamalavare Nakamatputa Shringa, Lalita Hiranyakashipu Thanu Bringa, Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa, Jai Jagadisha Hare, Jai Jagadisha Hare, Jai Jagadisha Hare.
Avakara Kamalavare Nakamaputa Shringa, Dalita Hiranyakashipu
Tanubrinam Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jayo Jagadisha Hare Jayo Jagadisha Hare Bolo Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare
Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare
Jaya Narsingadev 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 Jayo Narsingadev Jayo
Narsingadev 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 Jayo Narsingadev
Jayo Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Bhakta Swarupa Jayo Prahlad Maharaj
Jayo Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Bhakta Swarupa Jayo Prahlad
Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jaya Jaya
Gurudev 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 Jaya Gurudev
Sri Vishwananda Gurudev 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 Sri Vishwananda Gurudev Sri Vishwananda Gurudev Gurudev
Gurudev Sri Vishwananda Gurudev
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me
Yatindraya Karunakaraya Mangala Mangala Me
Yatindraya Karunakaraya Mangala Mangala Me
Prapati Dharme Karataya Mangala Mangala Me
Prapati Dharme Karataya Mangala Mangala Me
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me
Saligram Pratishtitaya Mangala Mangala Me
Saligrama Pratishtitaya Mangala Mangala Me
Tridanda Darini Godagajaya Mangala Mangala Me
Tridanda Darini Godagajaya Mangala Mangala Me
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me
Rangesha Kinkaryarataya Mangala Mangala Me
Rangesha Kinkaryarataya Mangala Mangala Me
Prananataya Darini Daraya Mangala Mangala Me
Prananataya Darini Daraya Mangala Mangala Me
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me
Oh Mangala Mangala Me Om Jai Lakshmi Mata Meya Jaya Lakshmi Mata Tumako Nishadina Sevata Tumako
तुमको निश दिन सेवता
हर विष्णु विधाता
ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता
तुम रमा ब्रह्मणि तुम ही जगमाता मैया
तुम ही जगमाता
ओ सूर्य चंद्रमा द्यावत
सूर्य चंद्रमा द्यावत
नारद ऋषि गाता
ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता
दुर्गा रूप निरंजनी सुख संपत्ति दाता मैया सुख संपत्ति दाता जो कोई तुमको द्यावत
जो कोई तुमको द्यावत
रिद्धि सिद्धि धन पाता
ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता
तुम पाताल निवासिनी तुम ही शुभदाता
तुम ही शुभदाता
ओ कर्म प्रभाव प्रकाशिनी
धर्म प्रभाव प्रकाशिनी
भवनिधि की त्राता
ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता
जिस घर में तुम्हारा नित्य सब सद्गुण आता
सब सद्गुण आता
ओ सब संभव हो जाता
सब संभव हो जाता
मन नहीं घबराता
ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता
तुम बिना यज्ञ न होते वस्त्र न कोई पाता
वस्त्र न कोई पाता
हो मैं वस्त्र न कोई पाता
वस्त्र न कोई पाता
ओ कान पंख वे भावा
कान पंख वे भावा
सब तुम से आता
ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता
शुभ गुण मंदिर सुंदर क्षीरो दधि जाता ओ मैं
क्षीरो दधि जाता
ओ मैं क्षीरो दधि जाता
क्षीरो दधि जाता
ओ रत्न चतुर्दश तुम बिन
रत्न चतुर्दश तुम बिन
कोई नहीं पाता
ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता
महालक्ष्मी जी की आरती जो कोई जन गाता ओ मैं
जो कोई जन गाता
ओ मैं जो कोई जन गाता
जो कोई जन गाता
उड़ आनंद समाता
उड़ आनंद समाता
पापा उतर जाता
ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता
ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता मैया जय लक्ष्मी माता तुमको निश दिन सेवता तुमको निश दिन सेवता हर विष्णु विधाता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता मैया जय लक्ष्मी माता तुमको निश दिन सेवता
तुमको निश दिन सेवता
हर विष्णु विधाता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्याधरं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्यो मा अमृतं गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ
Shanti 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 Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om.
प्रेम से बोलो लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की श्री बुद्धभद्रेश्वरनाथ नरसिम्हा भगवान की बोलो राधा कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की श्री माता बाबा जी की श्री रमनुजाचार्य की प्रेम से बोलो सद्गुरुदेव श्री स्वामी विश्वानंद महाप्रभु की ओम क्लीं कृष्णाय गोविंदाय गोपीजन वल्लभाय पराय परम पुरुषाय परकर्म मंत्र यंत्र तंत्र औषधास्त्र शस्त्राणि समराय समराय मृत्यो मोचाय मोचाय ओम नमो भगवते महासुदर्शनाय दीप्ते ज्वालापताय सर्वविक्षुणा उपद परस्मै परब्रह्मणे परज्योतिषे स्वाहा ओम शांति 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 श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे विक्रमण गोविंद गोपिका जीवन स्मरणम गोविंद भक्तवत्सल गोविंद कुंडली कवरदे एकनाथ नमदेव बोलो पंढरीनाथ महाराज की रुक्मिणी महारानी की समस्त भक्त मंडली की अल्वा इम्परमनाथ तिरुवरिकले शरणा